Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to cut through the noise, get straight to the insights that matter. And today, we're plunging into something really critical, something reshaping the professional world as we speak. That's the role of artificial intelligence in recruitment. It's evolving fast, and frankly, it's often challenging. Our mission today, to really unpack the complexities, the implications of AI in hiring, what it means for you, the job seeker, and also for companies trying to find the right people. And guiding us through this is Adrienne Youngjin Park. She's an accomplished Australian lawyer, and her experience gives us a really unique, invaluable perspective here. Think about it. Her expertise has been sought by major public enterprises like the Korea Railroad Corporation, KORAIL. And she's also worked with vital international development NGOs. So a really broad view. Plus, her professional journey includes over a decade in English translation and proofreading. It actually started as a hobby, believe it or not, but became a serious skill. And her background in this area is, well, pretty remarkable.
She's done translation and proofreading for government offices, proofreading for big names like YG Entertainment, edited complex papers for those top-tier SCI-level academic journals, the ones with global scientific impact. And on top of that, tons of work translating and proofreading resumes. We're talking applications for places like Harvard, Johns Hopkins, Stanford, Yale, MIT, and major companies like Google. So all this work, scanning countless documents over the years, it's given Ms. Park this incredibly discerning eye. She developed this knack for gauging a candidate's potential, their likelihood of success, just from the documents. And that's what we're exploring today, how AI is fundamentally messing with or maybe enhancing that assessment, how it's reshaping how we see human talent.
Okay, so Ms. Park observed this really stark shift right after tools like ChatGPT popped up. You mentioned inquiries about resumes just dropped off significantly. What's behind that? What does it really mean? Is it just efficiency?
Well, it's definitely more than just efficiency. It feels like a fundamental reorientation, And what's fascinating, really, are the clients who still come to her. They stand out. These are often people with seriously impressive qualifications. They'll meticulously craft their resumes, usually under 10 pages, in Korean without AI. Then they specifically want professional English translation, editing, proofreading from someone like Mrs. Park. And she mentioned, interestingly, that every single one of these clients has been satisfied. No refund requests. Zero. It suggests there's this niche, maybe growing, of high-effort candidates who are consciously sidestepping AI in that initial stage. And here's a key point Ms. Park highlights. Back when resumes were mostly human-written, you could often get a real sense of the person. Their personality, maybe? Yeah, or at least their dedication, their genuine drive to get the job. It came through in how they wrote, the structure they chose. But now, with all these AI-generated resumes flooding the market, the average quality looks so uniformly polished, so generic almost. It's becoming incredibly hard to spot the candidates who are truly a good fit for a specific role, who have that authentic spark beyond just keywords. This isn't just a small thing. It really challenges how we even define merit in hiring these days.
That's a really powerful observation. If everyone sounds perfect, if every resume hits all the right notes, thanks to AI, how do you tell genuine passion from just, a clever algorithm? You can just picture the immediate headache for companies, right? This uniformity, this almost sterile perfection.
Exactly. It's a huge challenge for recruitment teams.
Because if AI can write the resume, the cover letter, maybe even apply for the jobs automatically, how do you assess real capabilities, real skills?
It forces companies to look beyond just the text, maybe towards different kinds of assessments, practical tests.
Right. Things that AI can mimic, but maybe not truly replicate in a human sense, like genuine problem solving or critical thinking under pressure. And you mentioned this leads to some really tough situations, companies hiring people who look great on paper. But then,
they get on the job and just can't perform effectively.
And they're hard to let go because the hiring process seemed fine.
Precisely. It creates a whole new layer of management problems downstream.
Okay, so this story you mentioned, Ms. Park found, this really grabbed me. It was in a Chosun Ilbo article. The headline alone is just wild. A 21-year-old Korean-American, A, who got into Amazon using cheating AI, founded a startup and received a $7.5 billion investment. Just, wow.
It is pretty stunning, isn't it?
When I first read that, I immediately thought, okay, what are the ethics here? This feels like a real tightrope. So the story goes, this young person, A, actually develops an AI program specifically designed to get him through Amazon's hiring process. And it worked. But then he posted a video on YouTube showing exactly how he did it.
Bold move.
Very. And Amazon naturally saw the video and pulled his offer. They explicitly said this act constitutes cheating.
But, that wasn't the end of the road for A. Not at all. Despite that Amazon incident, he and his co-founder apparently went on to successfully pass interviews for internships at other big tech companies. And then they founded their own startup. which remarkably just secured a $5.3 million investment. That's about 7.5 billion Korean won. And the program itself? Its capabilities are quite something. It's apparently designed to help deceive people in various scenarios, not just job applications. Think exams, other interviews, even sales pitches, all using AI assistance. But the part that really stood out, especially to Mrs. Park with her legal background, was its ability to help people cheat in online interviews. It could supposedly feed answers in real time to difficult questions from the interviewer.
Whoa.
Yeah, so this isn't just like a funny anecdote. It's a serious preview of the kind of digital ethical dilemmas we're facing. Now, Mrs. Park, coming at this as an experienced Australian lawyer, her immediate thought wasn't just, wow, clever program. It was about the legal and ethical red flags. She points out, quite rightly, that many companies, Amazon included, have very clear rules.
Right, policies about using unauthorized tools.
Exactly. Regulations stating you shouldn't use unauthorized tools when submitting resumes, cover letters, or during interviews. So from a purely legal standpoint, using AI like A did, it's currently problematic, clearly problematic. And this throws up a massive question, doesn't it, for individuals and companies. Where are the boundaries? What's acceptable tech use?
Is optimizing your resume with AI just being smart, or is it cheating?
Where do companies draw that line, especially knowing the tech is only getting better? The next A is probably coding right now.
That's such a critical point.
Yeah.
And it leads us right into another key piece of this puzzle, applicant tracking systems, ATS. These are fundamental to how large corporations hire now. You know, the Amazons, the Googles, they often rely on these self-developed programs.
Yeah.
And just to clarify for everyone, the main job of an ATS is to automatically sort and analyze huge volumes of resumes. It's programmed to scan for keywords, qualifications, experience, trying to identify the most suitable candidates before a human even sees the application.
It's the first hurdle.
Exactly. It's an automated screening process, and let's be honest, it eliminates the vast majority of applicants right at the start. Most never get near an interview. It's the digital gatekeeper.
So what does this mean for you if you're applying for jobs? Well, there's an obvious convenience factor now, right? AI tools can whip up resumes and cover letters that are specifically optimized to get past these ATS systems. They know the keywords, the right formatting, the patterns that help an application rank higher. It seems like an advantage.
Like getting a cheat sheet for that first digital cut.
Kind of, yeah. So it's an opportunity to get notice, definitely, but also a new kind of challenge. However, and this is the big but, the game keeps changing. Companies know this is happening. They are actively pouring resources into developing their own sophisticated programs specifically to detect AI-generated resumes.
The counter move.
Precisely. And the stakes are really high. If your resume gets flagged as AI written, you're often automatically out, disqualified. So it's rapidly becoming this cat and mouse game. Applicants using AI to beat the system, companies building AI to catch the AI. Yeah.
It sounds like a tech arms race almost. AI versus AI.
That's a good way to put it. Where does it end?
Exactly. Are we just heading towards a future where humans are barely involved until the very last stage? Maybe not even then. And for you, the job seeker, how on earth do you navigate this arms race without getting, caught in the crossfire?
Well, drawing on Mrs. Park's deep experience here, she offers some really practical, quite nuanced advice for getting through the ATS effectively. She notes that even though resumes are getting fancier, more elaborate, a lot of them lack a real core focus. They're just bulked up. Her key advice isn't just about stuffing in more keywords. It's more about strategic minimalism, in a way.
Interesting. Less is more.
Kind of. She stresses structuring your resume in a really clear, straightforward text format, something the program can actually understand. Focus on making your qualifications and experiences easy for the machine to parse, rather than getting lost in fancy layouts or just adding pages of fluff. Think clear, concise language, quantifiable achievements. You're giving the machine fewer chances to misread your value. It cuts through the noise that AI fluff can create.
So speak the machine's language, but with authentic substance.
That's a good summary. Clarity and directness, powered by your actual accomplishments.
And that really brings our deep dive full circle, doesn't it? Back to this central theme. AI in recruitment is a real double-edged sword. On one side, incredible optimization, speed, efficiency benefits for everyone involved, potentially. But on the other side, wow, complex ethical tangles, huge challenges for genuine human judgment. It makes you reconsider that discerning eye we mentioned earlier. Is it becoming harder to trust or maybe even more valuable? We've really benefited today from the insights shared, stemming from Adrienne Park's work, an accomplished Australian lawyer, yes, but also someone with such varied experience. From major public bodies like KORAIL to international NGOs, plus all that detailed work on resumes themselves. It gives her this vital legal and practical lens on it all.
Absolutely. Her perspective cuts across different angles, which is so useful here. Indeed. And maybe it leaves us, and you listening, with a final thought to chew on. We're in a world where AI can craft that perfect application for you, but using it might also get you instantly disqualified. It's a paradox. So how will we strike that balance between harnessing tech efficiency and preserving authentic human connection in hiring? Is that discerning eye of a human expert like Mrs. Parks becoming even more critical, or is it becoming a rarer commodity altogether? Something to really think about as we all navigate this new frontier.